What just happened? Clearly, I didn't learn my lesson after last time, so we're back. So last time, as you know, we went to Gilly and came back to Eve. This time, I'm aiming a little higher. I'm gonna go to Kerbin, and then land on Kerbin, and then come back to Eve in a whole round-trip mission, pretty much. So that's the goal for today's video. Kicking things off, I used the science I gained last time when I went to Gilly to unlock a bunch of plane parts. The unfortunate thing is, I never actually ended up using any of the plane parts, but I did need solar panels and electricity as well, so I unlocked those, and that helped greatly. Then after unlocking some more electronic parts and stuff, I decided to build the first part of the rocket, because this is going to be a multi-assembly in low Eve orbit. So this part I'm constructing currently is basically the part of the vehicle that's going to take us from low Kerbin orbit back to Eve and then land safely back on the surface. That's currently what I'm working on right here. There we go. This is the return stage. So, yeah, it's pretty nice looking. Looks pretty slick. Now, for the ascent stage, I pretty much just ripped off what I did last week for the Gilly ascent vehicle. I added a few extra engines and fuel tanks. And of course, the main goal of the ascent stage was to get that first piece of the Kerbin return vehicle into orbit, so we can actually start assembling this beast. Make my ISP last as long as possible. I was pressing S and I'm gonna flip. Ooh. Wow, what just happened? What happened? Oh, well. Okay, it needs more stability. Stuff is just breaking off. Ooh, look at that. Cool looking. Okay, ready? Okay, somehow, please survive the decoupling. Okay, ignite. What happened to the engine? Okay. The other, that just didn't want to go off, I think. I don't know why. There it is. The infamous flipping. Okay, it's not tipping over though. Only issue is it's not strong enough to actually go off under its own weight. Whoa. What are you doing? Why are you doing... What is happening? 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 Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? Okay. Okay. Back to the drawing board. This one starts off as promising. Genuinely, this is like the one. I was feeling it. Until I realized something. A very small mistake I made during the design of this craft. But a mistake that greatly costs me this entire run. What is that? Wait, why are you like that? What decouplers? Ooh. Oh. Bad news. There's not a decoupler. I didn't put a decoupler. You see that? There's no decoupler there. I didn't put one. Isn't that fantastic? I think, yeah, that little screw up costs me orbit. Yeah, so I can't reach orbit anymore. How am I that stupid? How do I forget a decoupler? How did I do that? How am I in college? I've been in college for 2 years. The funny thing is, I went back and added decouplers. That's this run currently playing. and I still didn't have enough fuel. In fact, I was short by about, I think around 800 meters, I want to say, around there. So even with the decoupler, it still wasn't enough. So it's kind of funny. We're really fighting the throttle here. Why are we going down that way? Why? What are we doing? Why are we doing that? It's hard to see, but there's 4 radially mounted fuel tanks on the sides, and it causes the weight of the craft to be imbalanced and tip over. I can't. Just can't. It's just, I'm gonna blow my brains out. I'm gonna come back tomorrow. I can't mentally take this. Yeah, I was lucky losing it during that stage. After I fully recuperated, I decided it would be a good idea to find an engine that's stronger than the mainsail that I can actually use, because the mainsail just isn't cutting it anymore, and it's really holding me back. Why is it only the middle stage? Ooh, I don't like that. Oh! I don't know what's the difference between these. Except for the mainsail is like slightly better. They both weigh the exact same. Is there anything that comes close to the mainsail? Ooh. 1810. Weighs a little more. But that's like 500 kilonewtons more of thrust. And it's liquid fuel? Am I seeing that right? Wow! 4 of them is 0.55? Yeah, so this rocket engine, I think it's called the Nordstern, I hope that's how you pronounce it. It is 33% more powerful than the mainsail for only weighing an extra ton. So this thing takes all my issues I had getting this initial stage for the Kerbin ascent vehicle in orbit. It makes it a lot easier. So yeah, it's an amazing engine. This engine low-key saved my run. I'm not gonna lie. I have used this thing from now on. Like, it's bad. What is this? This thing is so ugly. I'm flying the Burj Khalifa. It gets worse and worse every time I go into the VAB. Oh wow, they have vectoring too. Ooh, I might have messed up there. It's leaning. It's leaning. I'm flying the Leaning Tower of Pisa right now. And staging works just fine. It makes my game lag when it explodes. It's fine. Genuinely, just the 5-kilometer boost that the Nordstein engine adds to my rocket is insane. It gets me through the thickest part of Eve's atmosphere with so much more fuel that this launch is a breeze. Like, I was just kicking back, having a nice cup of tea, launching this thing. Like, it was smooth sailing. Alright, that was a good stage. And now we're not at that weird drop-off stage where, like, half of this stage, you would just lose speed. Now we can just go as it is, and we just blast up. Okay, yeah. This can work. Oh yeah, this could work. Oh yeah, this could work. Ooh! After like, what, 30 attempts of fucking up? I don't know how many. When I edit, I'll add a counter or something. I don't know, something fun. Anyway, let's get our orbit. Let's get our orbit. Shit. What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for here? We're almost there. Almost there. Almost there. There we go. Close enough. Alright, cool. We have our first piece in orbit. Sick. I'm gonna hold on to this bottom stage for right now in case I need extra fuel to dock or anything. I'm definitely saving the game. Wait, why is Bill also... Why is Bill in the cockpit? It was supposed to be only Jeb. It was supposed to be only Jeb. The initial plan of the 2-pod cockpit was also to grab Valentina from orbit, but since Bill is here, I can't do that anymore, which really bums me out. Now that we have the first part of the rocket in orbit, the next piece on the list is the Kerbin ascent stage. So this stage is going to descend in the Kerbin's atmosphere land on the surface, and then retake off and dock with the mothership back in orbit to return to Eve. So it's honestly quite a simple build. I just thought I would include it as well, just so, you know, we have all the pieces shown. But after this is fully built, we also need to get the interplanetary tug in orbit to push this thing all the way to Kerbin. That is a hassle in itself. There we go. All right. I literally took the rocket that got my first part of the craft in orbit and decided I was going to slap this thing on top of it and pretty much change nothing. Spoiler alert, it does not work. Yeah. Well, I can't really look at it, but yeah, we need like 1,500 more. Like genuinely, if we had maybe another 1,000 meters a second, we'd be in orbit. Oh, man. Okay. We're closer than last time. Won't be enough. Even with that, yeah. The bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. I'm back in the atmosphere. Oh, crap. No! Did it redock? Oh, doesn't matter now. What happens if I visit time warp? About what I expected. Ooh, there it goes. It's gonna explode. You gonna explode? You gonna stay frozen? You gonna do something? Oh, there it goes. There we go. It exploded. Yeah. The world's laggiest explosion. It's so slow. Oh, let's try this again. Okay, this thing is not stable at all. Go figure. After 2 hours of tweaking the same craft and it messed up every single time, I finally decided, you know what, maybe I should try to make a whole different rocket. And this one was so much better. Dude, it ridiculously better because I actually had intention when I built this thing. Like every small detail I had actually like pinned out to a T. This rocket is so much better than the other one, for the most part. I don't know why I waited so long to make a new one. It's ridiculous. Oh, dude, I looked away for 2 seconds. What happened? I don't think it likes the fuel tanks inside the fuel tanks. Okay, I had a few issues, but it was still a lot better. Just, you gotta hear me out, okay? Just hear me out for 1 sec. What just happened? Wow. Wow. That's cool. Not sure why that happened. Okay, after 2 hiccups with this design, I actually did get it to work. It's funny looking back at this footage because this entire launch, this whole sped up segment, around, I want to say 10 minutes, I didn't say a single word. It was around 2 a.m. But like by the time I was recording this, and my brain was actually so fried. I was doing this for 4 hours. So I was at that point where I genuinely didn't think I was going to do it. So I was just sitting here at my desk like a mindless zombie, just basically just going off like instinct, like a wild animal. I was actually dumbfounded when this thing finally got up to orbit and actually worked. But this design works really well. And it was amazing. Oh wait, did I actually do it? Oh shit. Well, nice. Oh, dude, that took so freaking long. Like, dude, actually, you have no idea how long it took me to get this up here. Wow. I decided to bring in the return stage and dock the two pieces I had in orbit just to get it out of the way while I was already up here. Also, that piece I'm ejecting off of the ship I just brought to orbit, pretty sure Bob is in that, and I just leave him up here. That means currently I have 2, maybe 3 Kerbals stranded in orbit. Hold it. This is kind of fast. I might bounce off. Oh, perfect. Okay, this is the transfer stage. It's going to take our craft from low Eve orbit all the way to low Kerbin orbit. This is 10 times speed. This thing is so freaking heavy and slow. And there's so many parts, it makes my game lag. So it's running at like, I think every second in game is like 4 or 5 real life seconds on this bottom stage. It's really bad. And for my transfer stage, I realized I was gonna have to use the fuel in the transfer stage in the actual ascent vehicle to get it in orbit. And I barely make it to orbit. I make it to orbit with, I want to say, 5 meters a second of fuel after transferring almost all the fuel into the ascent stage. And then I have like a little bit more in storage, so I end up docking eventually, but it's so terrible. By the hair of my chinny chin chin. After getting this docked, I still have to get a refueling craft in orbit to fill up almost the entire rocket, so that was a whole process in itself. This is gonna suck. Well, I can't really turn around, it's too late, so I'm just gonna let it play out. Yikes. Maybe, hold on. I want to shimmy it on there. Come on. Just shimmy it on there. Dude, just touch, please, just... Dude, y'all are edging me with this. Come on. Oh, finally. I had actually written down the exact amount of oxidizer and liquid fuel that I needed, so this like refueling craft pretty much has the exact amount that I need. And now that the ship is fully refueled, I can finally head to Kerbin. The main event, the thing we've all been waiting for. We can finally go do that. Well. Holy shit. Holy shit. If it ain't the big man himself. It has been so long since I've seen Kerbin. It has been ridiculously long. We actually have access to the internet center now, too. I missed Kerbin so much. The 6-minute burn. 34-second burn time. I can live with that. After 7 hours of trying to do this mission, I finally got to Kerbin. We got a nice stable orbit. Man, I missed Kerbin. There we go. Wow. Kerbin orbit. With actually more fuel than I thought I'd have. Well, only proper thing to do is send Jeb down there. So let's do this. Alright, good luck, Jeb. Very slowly, but we're gonna go do it. Kerbin, you're my goat. I'm so tired of purple. Eve is such a violent color when you look at it from orbit. It's so bright. I'm not saying Kerbin's not bright, but Eve like attacks my eyes. Kerbin's a nice, beautiful blue, you know what I mean? Man, I miss Kerbin so much. Jeb, dude, you're home, technically. Well, not in this universe, but you know what I mean, buddy. Let's just get you. Let's get you down there. Guess I'll do some science. 9 science. No point in doing science. Not from Kerbin, bro. We're coming in... What? Uh-oh. Why is that happening? Jeb? You feeling toasty in there? Feeling toasty? Okay, luckily it was at the tail end of the descent, so we're fine. That was almost bad. That was almost bad. We almost caught on fire and died. I'm gonna deploy the chutes now just to slow us down as we fall. Ah, clouds. Clouds that aren't pink and ugly. Oh my god. I didn't add a ladder so Jeb can't get out. I didn't add a ladder. I didn't add a ladder. How do I forget a ladder? How the flip did I forget a ladder? Ah, it's really not good. That's... Dude, wow, we actually made it to Kerbin in one piece. Like, genuinely, that took for so long. Deb can't get back in. I'm just gonna load a quick save after we leave. I don't care. I'm just gonna... Look at that, Jeb. You're home. You're home. Kerbin. For now. This is Jeb's perspective. This is how he sees the world. As tall as a blade of grass. Man, Jeb, what is this weird planet we've never been to before? Man. First herbal to ever set foot on Kerbin. Let's watch the sunset. After that nice short reunion with Kerbin, we sadly had to return back to Eve. So, honestly, quite an easy ascent. It's Kerbin. You know, I've done like 1,000 or 2,000, maybe 1,000,000 ascents. So, honestly, it was pretty easy. Way easier than Eve. Man, way easier than Eve. I miss Kerbin so much. We're almost in orbit. There we go. There's that weird shift. There we go. Wish it was daytime so I can see it better, but it's fine. I can't see anything. I see like the green lights on the batteries and like some of the... I see some stuff, but not much. We dock? Ole mole, we dock. It's home. Ah, Kerbin. After finagling with maneuver nodes for like 10 minutes, I finally got a good even counter. So, yeah, we're heading back to Eve. I love how this thing looks. Looks so cool. There it is. The pink ball of gas. Pinkish purple, but with these mods it looks pink. Unfortunately, we have to return back to Eve. Honestly, re-entry was quite simple. All I did was just, you know, re-enter. And just like the Kerbin, like, docking procedure, it was also dark during the descent. So you can't see anything. It's pitch black until you touch the ground. It's... I gotta stop doing this. I gotta stop doing this. Look at that Kerbin right there. We get to see it one last time. And fully deployed parachutes. I still can't see the ground. I can still see Kerbin in the night sky, though. Through the clouds. I'm assuming I'm looking through the clouds. Oh, hey! That's the ground. You can still kind of see it. Oh, there's some clouds tweaking out, too. It's like a storm or something? I don't know what's going on. I didn't know Eve had storms. And touching the ground. Any second. And boom! We're back. Back on Eve. Let's skip the daytime. Oh yeah, it's Eve. It doesn't really help. And with that, we finally finish the mission. Starting from Eve, returning to Kerbin, and then coming back to Eve. This took me forever to do. I am god-awful at this game. Thank you for watching all the way through. This is a long video. Longer than I would have liked, but I apologize. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you have any other challenge recommendations for, honestly, any kind of game, like, I'll look into it for sure. So, but yeah, thank you. Have a good night.